This is GerotheHero, and this is my review of Blooded Orphans, Season 2, Episode 4. So in this episode, we left off with Mika fighting with the pirates, and the other Gjallarhorn forces came in and were trying to interfere with them, and everybody is riding on being able to capture the pirate boss before this other Gjallarhorn faction. Somehow, it goes back and forth, basically. The pirate boss has two guards, and they have a special attack that basically stops whoever's trying to attack them with like a cable, and that's their special attack. But somehow they're able to get out of it, but that leaves Mika to go and try to get him too. But as well, Gjallarhorn has a sniper, and that's kind of, it's preventing Mika from getting to it as well. But eventually Mika gets him by his own, and he's able to capture him, and it's all by the last minute. So basically, Tekkadan gets the credit, and of course, now that other Gjallarhorn faction is probably not going to be on their side. That's going to be another enemy that they're going to have to face. But the repercussions is that Tewaz is going to reward Tekkadan for this, for getting the pirate boss. So they are going to get another mine from Mars and have all the rights to it. We also find out that little group that had set up Tekkadan by sending the Dawn Corps after them, they're in trouble, and they're trying to get help from anybody that can help them. And of course, no one's answering their call. And of course, Tekkadan shows up, and they're going to come and get their compensation, whether they have it or not. So they show up, and Mika's there, and Orga, and they basically say, you know what, you owe us all the money that we had to spend trying to fight off the pirates. And the guy's like, yeah, I will, and he's trying to say all this political talk to say that, it wasn't his fault and blah, 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 but they aren't hearing it. So Orga is basically pushing him to get the money, and we find out that all the Terra Leonis men are already captured, and basically Orga is going to be there to take the money or not. So they figure out that he pretty much doesn't have the money, he doesn't have any kind of power or anything, and they pretty much take him out gangster style. I mean, they just shot him, no big deal. And then, of course, Gjallarhorn comes up and cleans up the rest of the mess. In the meanwhile, the other people are checking out the mine that they got, and it doesn't look like much, it just looks like land, but apparently it hasn't been used. So they're going to have to put more resources and men to mine this out. But as well, they discover that there are at least one new Gundam frame, and as well, I guess there's another object. I wonder if it's going to be like a ship or some kind of oversized Gundam. Who knows? As well, we find out that Orga talks to McGillis, that basically he wants them to ally with him. And he pretty much, for the once, he states exactly what his plans are. What I figured it would be. Basically, he wants to be in charge of everything, so he can change Gjallarhorn for the better, supposedly. He wants to get rid of all the corruption, just like he's explained before, but he wants to use Tekkadan to help him in that endeavor. And he's pretty much saying, I want to be partners with you guys. And Orga is kind of, hesitant at first. He's like, well, why would you want to use small organization like ourselves? And he's like, well, you know what? I have faith in you because you will follow my orders. And Orga's pretty much kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to have to deal with your enemies as well. And he's like, you know what? I will support you in any way I can. Whatever problems that you have, I will help you with that. And together we'll make this work. So it's an uneasy alliance, and I'm sure Orga doesn't completely trust him still, even though he's stated exactly what his aim is. We'll have to see how McGillis actually treats Orga and Tekkadan. I'm kind of iffy because of just the way he treated him in this episode and the previous one. I mean, he gave him support, but at the same time, it could have gone south either way. I have a feeling he's just betting his chips on Tekkadan, and basically Tekkadan's his pawn. He's going to use them however he sees fit, and if they lose, they're on their own, basically. In the more hopeful sense, at least they are getting some rewards, and hopefully that'll turn out for the best. But most likely there's going to be a lot of problems in the foreseeable future, probably right away in the next episode, I'm going to guess. But like always, comment below, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you next time.